All right, so my name is Mark Gomer. I've owned a dog training school here in Cincinnati, Ohio for the last 20 years. I've trained about 8,000 dogs over the last 20 years. I've trained for people like Carson Palmer and Jeff Ruby, the Linders. We do everything from basic obedience to tricks to protection training. Do some specialty work. We've done some police dogs in the past. To dogs that can get you a beverage from the refrigerator and answer the phone when it rings. So we do quite a bit of different things here. The dogs that we're creating here are very special dogs. Dogs that are properly socialized, trained and raised properly from puppies to be able to do a certain job in the schools, whether it's a high school or an elementary school, middle school. With all the shootings that we've had here recently and over the years, I don't see how it's even an option for a school not to go with an option like this. You know, these dogs, we're creating dogs that can search for and detect weapons, you know, as far as firearms, drugs, and also take out an attacker within seconds if that incident were to ever occur. These dogs are very driven, highly driven dogs, very motivated dogs, dogs that know what their job is, love doing their job, but they're dogs that are stable, love kids, love affection, attention, perfect dogs for this kind of situation, this kind of environment with these schools.
Tell us about what kind of dogs are the dogs that we're going to view today.
The dogs that we're taking a look at today are Dutch Shepherds. These two particular dogs are 7 months old. One of the dogs' name is Atticus. That is the dog that we're conditioning for Oak Hills High School. The other dog is Kudo, which is Atticus's brother. But they're both 7 months old. We've been working with these dogs for the last few months. These dogs are already doing extremely well in detecting firearms, drugs, and as far as their attack work, it's impeccable. I mean, these dogs love doing this type of work. Some of the things that you're seeing on the video here are individual bites, you know, from a distance, obstacles, double bite work. The confidence level of these dogs, that's been conditioned since day one for these dogs to be extremely confident. These dogs believe that they're invincible, unstoppable. It's more of a mental thing. You know, these dogs have never known what it's like to fail or be defeated. So these dogs in their minds believe that they're Superman, if you will.
How much training goes into one of these dogs prior to placement in a school?
We're going to be working with these dogs for about 8 months straight before they're ready to be placed in the school to work full time, you know, at that school. There's a lot of work that's being put into these dogs as far as their socialization, their conditioning, their confidence building, the work on the drugs, the firearms. We start that as a game with the dogs, and then we gradually make it much, much more serious, you know, to where these dogs, that's really all they know. You know, these dogs, it's a game to them, and they love to find the sense, you know, that we've conditioned them on. As you'll see in some of these videos, the ball is their main reward when it comes down to detecting these scents. The other thing that they live for is the bites, you know, being able to take out an attacker. It's all been positive. We go on the offensive aggression with these dogs. You know, they think it's fun. The guy on the other end of the bite's not thinking it's fun at all.
So how does this work then when it comes to placing the dog in a school? Who holds the dog, cares for the dog? How does it require a professional trainer at the school with the dog? How does that work?
We're going to be working with the school for as long as it takes for the dog to be acclimated to the situation and the new handler. The new handler is going to be whoever we choose within that that school setting, as far as one of the staff members. The dog will stay with that staff member at night, go to work with them during the day. These will more than likely be women or gentlemen that are already patrolling the school, the hallways, things like that. They're just going to have a dog with them now that's able to search these lockers, cars, backpacks, different areas on a daily basis. Just the deterrent of having a dog in these situations is going to be a huge impact on the way that these kids are thinking and what people are doing. The kids that are obviously good kids, they love the idea. They're all about this. I'm sure that the kids that are up to no good, they're dreading this. Because it's a huge obstacle for them to overcome to get anything into the school now. They know that dog's going to be at work every day looking for...
Everybody on the ground! Everybody put the gun down when you don't belong here! Yeah, put the gun down! Drop the gun and get on the ground!
I'm gonna shoot it!
I'm gonna send these dogs and get on the ground! Drop the gun!
Get on the ground!
Drop the gun! Drop it! Pocket!
So will the handler then at the school have to have formal training to keep and utilize the services of this dog?
Yeah, we're going to be working with the handler in the school probably for months before they're able to take over without us. We want to make sure that everybody's comfortable in that situation, make sure the dog is comfortable in the situation. So yeah, we're kind of training a handler from scratch to take over the dog in the situation, so they know exactly what to do and how to handle the dog properly.
And I'm gonna put a bullet in my own head, you understand me? I'm crazy! I'm crazy! Help! Help me!
Good boy!
Help!
Good boy! Good dog! Good boy! Good boy!
Get him off!
Good boy!
Get him off! Get him off me!
So these dogs being 7 months of age now, how long would it be before this dog in particular will be in service in Oak Hill School?
He's going to be more than ready to go at 1 year old, which is extremely young. Most of the time, trainers, they don't start this early with the dogs. So the dogs are, usually twice this age before they're actually on patrol in a situation, whether it's police work or military work. These dogs, we put a lot of time into them early on. Things be done the right way. I believe that when you start with a dog early, you get a much better result out of that dog. So these dogs are kind of an exception to a lot of the rules.
So is there any difference between the way these dogs are trained and the way that a police K-9 is trained? Is there a difference in how they react to people and how they socialize around people?
Well, a lot of this stuff is but a lot of the times the police dogs and the military dogs aren't socialized properly. They're not meant to be in this type of situation. So we have to go further in some parts of this to make sure the dogs are completely stable and friendly, and love people. So some of the stuff is the same, but there's going to be some things that are more in depth as far as what we've done to customize this dog specifically to this situation. So if you're interested in having one of our fully trained dogs at your school, please give us a call and we'd be happy to come out and meet with you to discuss the details. Thank you very much.